I'm going to read a piece by E.E. Cummings. It's one of my favorite prayers. I thank you, God, for most this amazing day, for the leaping greenly spirits of trees and a blue true dream of sky, and for everything which is natural, which is infinite, which is yes. I who have died am alive again today, and this is the sun's birthday. This is the birthday of life, of love, and wings, and of the gay, great, illimitably earth. How should tasting, touching, hearing, seeing, breathing any, lifted from the know of all nothing, human, merely being, doubt, unimaginable you. Now the ears of my ears awake, and the eyes of my eyes are opened.
Wow. Cool.
Taking that. Where am I? Taking that deep centering breath, breathing in the silence, recognizing that there is only one divine creative intelligence, one love, one voice, one heart. I know that this one life expresses itself in, as, and through all of creation. I know that it is the life teeming on this planet, the universe that this planet spins in, and it is each of us here, gathered this morning. And so I know that this gathering is blessed. I know that it is spirit coming together with spirit, love coming together in love. And so I am grateful for this time together. I'm grateful for the voices that are joining this ceremony today, this celebration, as we hear from the members that make this Centers for Spiritual Living Tucson. And so I know that each voice is blessed. I know that each sharing is a sharing of the heart. And I know that this time together is just filled with unlimited joy. And it's from this place of joy that I just know that this word is done. It is done in the mind of spirit, and so I release it, letting it go, letting it be as we step into it by saying, and so it is.
So it is.
So this morning I'm going to be reading The Voice Celestial, which is an epic poem by Ernest and Fedwick Holmes. And I'm going to be reading from the chapter titled Praise and Thanksgiving. Of life I sing, of everything that lives. I sing to the earth that gives its suckle, to growing grass, to trees, and to the beasts that feed upon the verdure of the hills. I praise the sunrise on the mountain tops and the sunset that leaves a lingering touch. In promise of another day, I praise. The shadows cast across the earth to give the peace and soothing solitude of night. I praise you, rose garden, spilling fragrance upon the air, and jasmine blooming in the dark and breathing softly by my bed. I praise the rain that falls to quench the thirst of parching grass and flowers and trees. I praise. The bosom of the Holy Mother Earth, cradling the world in all-embracing love. I sing to you, I sing to you, O all and everything that falls within my sight, and forces that I cannot see which yet enfold the earth and hold it fast. I praise you, ocean, with your vibrant life, the turmoil of your ceaseless stirring, and the teeming multitudes that suckle at your breast. I sing to you, ye spooming waves and racing tides. You bear 1,000,000 ships that thread their way around the seas to spin the warp and woof of commerce, to encircle all the world and knit in one great brotherhood the races of mankind. I sing to Holy Mother Marys, all who bear within their wombs the embryos of those who will be saints and seers to point the way of truth and light to that new race of men who will appear. Rejoice that now the morn of that new world is close, when even those who seem to be the least shall nonetheless be most, for they shall know that every man is born of God, one with the cosmic span. I praise you then, ye mothers of the race, and that with prophetic vision view the place where men shall shrine you in deific grace. I sing to you, all children at your play, whose sweet young voices ring across the way. I praise your faith in what tomorrow brings. You are to me the song thrush as he wings his way above the madness and the strife that holds the earthbound soul to lesser life. My soul is tall above the wall that separates by hate. Come search my mind, and you will find my heart an open gate. The presence replied, Thou hast well said, for all tomorrow's good may rest upon your gratitude. For he who gives his thanks before the wine is pressed from grapes still clinging to the vine, has shown a faith above, beyond the present hour, and his thanksgiving holds the future flower. With gratitude.
I'm going to share a piece entitled Reflective Places. When I was about 7, I discovered I loved to polish things. I would rub my doll's face until all the smudges were gone and her pink cheeks were really shiny. My mother noticed this and she appreciated this polishing thing, so I became the guardian of the bathroom fixtures. All I needed was a sponge, a pail of water, and Ajax. And the faucets, everything in the bathroom just gleamed. And I kind of liked the time by myself. Now, Henri Nouwen has said that a reflective place can be a place of safety, where love and wholeness and something is palpable there. And I think that bathroom was my first reflective place, because it gave me privacy and it allowed my thoughts to just meander. Now, years later, a friend of mine said of her husband, he has a rich interior life. And I was very curious about that, so I quizzed him. What's with this rich interior life thing? He said he made it a habit to read something positive every day and to pray, and then to sit and wait and see what bubbled up. Now, I had gotten a lot out of spiritual reading over the years, but I would just close the book and dash off and never waited for the bubbles. And he said, but they'll bubble up. Those thoughts will bubble up. So I decided to look for and use reflective places, like labyrinths and little nooks off a hiking trail and a Zoom room and my yoga mat, and once or twice online at Safeway. But mostly I sit and I read and I breathe and I just kind of wait and see what opens up. Now, my husband and I share a reflective place. When the morning sunlight fills our living room and the breakfast table has been cleared, one of us will say, shall we read? And I move over to this big, oversized chair by the window, and Hank fills his coffee cup and he sits opposite me, and I read aloud. Over the years, we've read spiritual books, 12-step books, mindfulness, New Thought books. And this habit of reading every day is what makes it easy to read when we're tempted to say, oh, you know, everything's cool, let's just skip it today. Or when I say, oh, I have so much to do, we read. We sit down, we read, and then we wait. And one of us will start to share. What happened? Did you resist any of the words? Did they inspire you? Was it a reminder to do something? I am so grateful for this habit of that kind of reflective reading, where we sit and we read, and I wait for what bubbles up.
Thank you, Elsa.
So I'm going to read a poem by Mary Oliver, who's one of my favorite poets, and it's called Gratitude. And I love her writing because she helps me see the outdoor details that I might miss when I'm out there. So this is called Gratitude. What did you notice? The dew snail, the low-flying sparrow, the bat, on the wind, in the dark, big-chested geese in the V of sleekest performance, the soft toad, patient in hot sand, the sweet, hungry ants, the uproar of mice in an empty house, the tin music of the cricket's body, the blouse of the goldenrod. What did you hear? The thrush greeting the morning, the little bluebirds in their hot box, the salty talk of the wren, then the deep cup of the hour of silence. What did you admire? The oaks, letting down their dark and hairy fruit, the carrot, rising in its elongated waist, the onion, sheet after sheet curved inward toward the pale green wand. At the end of summer, the brassy dust, the almost liquid beauty of the flowers, then the ferns scrawled black by the frost. What astonished you? The swallows making their dip and turn over the water. What would you like to see again? I can relate to this. You too, Maddie. My dog. Her energy and exuberance, her willingness, her language beyond all nimbleness of tongue, her recklessness, her loyalty, her sweetness, her strong legs curled, her curled black lip, her snap. What was most tender? Queen Anne's lace with its parsnip root, the everlasting in its bonnets of wool, the kinks and turns of the Tupelo's body, the tall blank banks of sand, the clam clamped down. What was wonderful? The sea and its wide shoulders, the sea and its triangles, the sea lying back on its long athlete's spine. What did you think was happening? The green beast of the hummingbird, the eye of the pond, the wet face of the lily, the bright puckered knee of the broken oak, the red tulip of the fox's mouth, the upswing, the downpour, the frayed sleeve of the first snow. So the gods shake us from our sleep. Thank you.
Hi.
What a delightful day to be here together. And I second the band. Makes it. I have a few things I'd like to read from different authors, and then I have some personal reflections that I'd like to share with you. It's great to be with everybody today. And from Mark Nepo from his book of Awakening. But the simplest and deepest way to make who we are one with the world is through kinship of gratitude. Nothing brings the worlds of spirit together more quickly. And another one from him. Gratefulness is a touchstone, offering what we need, not simply to survive difficult times, but to appreciate them for their exquisite complexity, buried blessings, rich opportunities, and deep teachings. And from Rumi, what is love? Gratitude. What is in our chest? Gratitude. Laughter? Gratitude. And what else? Compassion. Talk about your blessings more than you talk about your problems. That's living in gratitude. Wear gratitude like a cloak, and it will feed every corner of your life. And I really believe that. And I was told we were to share some of our personal gratitude, so I'm going to do that with you. I am so grateful for being part of 3 generations of my family of sober women.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for the warmth of the sun and the beauty of the moon and this generous Mother Earth that sustains me. I'm grateful for my family and friends that have my back no matter what. I'm grateful for the ever-forgiving and giving love of God. I'm grateful for finding science of mind and the joy of interacting with other like-minded souls. And for a safe place to live, for more than enough for food, electricity, transportation, water, clothing, shoes, and just so much more it would take all day to recite it. And I'm grateful to be part of a community that is so loving, so sharing, and so willing to share their lives with me. It means so much. Thank you.
We are so bold. I am so blessed.
I am so blessed. My name is Linda Bullock. If you read in the program, it gave me a different last name. I was going to read something on behalf of someone else, but things have shifted. This afternoon in Columbia, South Carolina, at the downtown church, there will be a celebration of life for Dean Louise Green, the daughter of our friend Deanna Kimling Mortera. Deanna is a member of this center, and she's a frequent participation in our morning practice, which we have Monday through Saturday at 8:30 a.m. And throughout the process, the journey of Deanna's daughter's diagnosis, her treatment, and more recently, her transition, Deanna has shared with us, she's let us walk with her, and she's let us love and support her. And speaking for myself, and I think for a couple others, our compassion has really grown. We've learned a lot from this experience. So I was going to read Deanna's gratitudes. She specifically had an intention to have them written, but when her daughter passed, she was overwhelmed. So I'm not reading hers, but since I have the microphone, I first came to Center for Spiritual Living Tucson about 10 years ago, and at the Gregory School, it was, at the beginning, it was often Michael and his piano, and I was blown away by his talent, truly, and the range of things he would play, and that was a nice piano. It was. And I have a list, and so where is it going? I came here craving community. It was almost desperately seeking it. I was very unhappy because I live way out in an isolated area. And the first person I was drawn to was Pat Masters. Yay. And Pat is just an awesome person. And if you know her, you know that. I won't go into a lot of details. Her hospitality is incredible, so I'll leave it at that. The next one was Reverend Janice, and I have been so touched and enhanced by your teaching and a lot of things I can't really put into words, so I won't. Another one is our ambassador of joy. She knows who she is, our Beryl Varno. It's been fun. And And I won't mention Maddie because Maddie doesn't want to be mentioned, so I won't mention Maddie, who is an awesome friend to so many. And if you know her, you know that. I've heard it said that women born in the 40s and 50s, a lot of us checked into the Heartbreak Hotel with Elvis, and we didn't check out. And if you know, you know. And I was more into Motown and Beatles and that sort of thing, but you get the point. And I just want to say, Michael Zimmerman, you rock. That's it.
He does. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's now time for the official gratitudes. And I'm going to say thank you to every single person who spoke today, everybody who showed up today, and for our music. Because it's awesome. And this season of gratitude, this reminder that you've heard over and over and over again today of paying attention and noticing the world that we're in and how magnificent it is to be here and to be part of this thing called life. How fabulous to pay attention. So we do have an offering affirmation. I'm going to ask you to repeat it with me. It is printed in your bulletin if you need it. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Onward.
Well, Beryl Vaughn.
And so it is, right? Thank you for being here today. Thank you for participating in this most fabulous gratitude service. Next week we are here in person, one more time, and on Zoom. Be here if you can. What an amazing opportunity today has been. That's all I've got. Well, not really, but I could go on. Lunch bunch at Basha's right after. If you're inclined to go be social, please do that. It's a good time. We do have a closing affirmation, a closing song. You know what it is. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life.